so let's talk a little bit about the first thing you're going to do after you've pulled out the screen. You wash the screens, you've brought everything around to where they need to be, and you're ready to start cleaning the windows. Sometimes, and not in this particular instance on this track, but on the outside tracks, sometimes there's a lot of dirt in the tracks here, especially in the corners. You have a hard time getting the screen out. It could be because there's just a lot of dirt in the corners that have caked in there over time. So that's another time when this little paint key will come in handy. You can kind of scrape in these corners and break up all that dirt. Then you're going to pull out a brush. This brush is a little big for this process. It'd be nicer to have a brush maybe half this size. And you're just going to brush out the tracks, nice and good. The reason why you want to do that is not only so the screen can go in easier, but also when you go to wash the window, there's going to be a lot of water coming down into the tracks, and it's going to create mud if there's a lot of dirt in there. So you want to brush out all that dirt so that it doesn't become muddy, because after you've cleaned the window and you go to wipe the track with your rag, a bunch of dirt and mud's going to go down the side of the house. That's not going to be good for business, not going to be good, not going to make your customer happy. Then you're going to have to try to wipe that off, clean that off. So to prevent that from happening, scrape it with your little paint key and then brush it out while it's still dry. Then wash your window, then you can wipe your track. You're not going to have very much coming down the side. And then of course, if the track's not very dirty to begin with, then you don't really need to brush it out and do all that. That's just an unnecessary step at that point. So you'll save more time by not doing that. Now, besides just brushing out the track, if there's a lot of cobwebs, you want to take your brush at this time and also just brush out any cobwebs you see, just so that when you're cleaning the window, it's not getting stuck to your washing wand and then dragging across the glass. That could possibly streak the glass when you go to take your squeegee, and if the cobwebs are still sticking to the glass, that'll be slightly problematic. And then if there's any crazy debris on the glass, you might be able to do a quick brush with your brush, see if you can knock most of that off. That's typically not the case, but that would be one other instance in where you might use a hand brush with the window. Other than that, I think that pretty much covers the hand brush.